Hi, we're going to work on a couple average rate of change problems. So the first one we're going to do has the directions of determine the average rate of change of f of x over the specified interval. So here we have a function, f of x, and we have an interval. It's important to know with these problems when they use the word interval and when you see these closed brackets that this is a and this is b. So we have an a value of -2 and a b value of 2. Because our formula says when you want to find average rate of change, you're going to do f of b minus f of a over b minus a. By the way, we pointed out that this is very similar to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. These two formulas work the same way. This one uses a's and b's. So we have b and a, but right now we don't have f of b or f of a. But since we have f of x, if we want f of b, we can simply put the b value, the 2, into the equation. Remember our function, our equation was 4x squared plus x plus 3. So I put a 4 and I replace the x with a 2, so I have 2 squared plus a 2 plus 3. From there I do the math. 2 squared is 4. So 4 times 4 plus 2 plus 3. 4 times 4 is 16. Then 16 plus 2 is 18, plus 3 is 21. So what I just found there is that 21 is f of b. Okay, I also need f of a for my formula. So a is -2, so let's plug in -2. And again, I plugged into 4x squared, so here's my x squared, plus x, which is -2, plus 3. -2 squared is +4, so I'm going to have 4 times 4, and this becomes -2 plus 3. 16 minus 2 plus 3, that's 14 plus 3, which equals 17, and I found my f of a. So all I did so far, by the way, is I found f of b by using the function, and I found f of a using the function that they gave me back at the beginning. So now I'm ready to put everything into my formula. Remember that my formula for average rate of change is that f of a minus f of b over b minus a. So f of b is 21. I mean f of, oh my gosh, I wrote that backwards. F of b minus f of a over b minus a. I hope you'll forgive me for that. F of b minus f of a over b minus a. So f of b is 21. F of a is 17. And b minus a would be 2 minus -2. And by the way, if you ever have two negatives in the middle of a problem, they become positive. You get 4 over 4. My final answer is 1. I'm going to zoom out so you can see this entire problem at once. Or most of it, I guess. Okay, I'm going to do a second problem now. And this problem said to find the average rate of change on the interval -4 to 4 for f of x. But here, they only gave us a table of values. So we don't actually have the function, but what's nice is somebody did the work for us. So we don't have to do quite as much work on this problem as we did on the previous problem. Our average rate of change formula, f of b minus f of a over b minus a. In this case, this is a and this is b. So when you have an average rate of change problem, always look for these two brackets, and what's in between them will be your a and b. So let's substitute in. Instead of f of b, I'm going to write f of 4. So here's my f of 4. Instead of f of a, I'm going to write f of negative 4. And I got that from up here. And then instead of b minus a, I'm going to write 4 minus negative 4. So now to find f of 4, it was so nice of them to do that for me. It's right here. If x is 4, f of 4 is 4. So f of 4 equals 4. There are way too many 4s in this problem, by the way. F of negative 4 equals negative 27. So it'll be 4 minus negative 27. And then on the bottom, I have 4 minus negative 4. That was b minus a. And 4 plus negative 4, or 4 plus 4 becomes 8. And I have 4 minus negative 27 here. So I'm going to make these into plus signs. The only time you do that, by the way, is if you have a negative in between two numbers. And so when I add these together, I get 31 over 8. That's my answer. This is a no calculator problem, so I don't have to simplify. I don't have to put this answer in a calculator. This fraction doesn't simplify, so I'm done. So to recap, I found f of 4 from the table of values. I found f of negative 4 from the table of values. And I just plugged into the equation and got my answer. Okay, I hope these two practice problems were helpful.